Gamers, hello. Welcome back to Nick's Backlog Challenge, entry 14. I forgot to remove wordplay. Fuck. We just played a fun little word game. I probably don't need to. I think I shouldn't explain what games we play in between videos. You need to find for yourself. You need to watch the video yourself. But yeah, we're moving on to another one. As always, we spin the wheel. I play a game that's on the wheel, because I've purchased all of these games and just not played them, so this is my way of forcing myself to play them, and you're part of it, and you get to enjoy it. Maybe you find some games that you might find interesting. That's the goal, is community. Let's get to it. Spin the wheel. I hope we're all over the place today. That'd be really funny. Don't do it. It'd be so funny, but don't do it. Okay, thank God. Like, we almost had another Scrabble roguelike back to back, which would have been so funny. That would have been so fucking funny. Oh my God. I almost feel like I should do it anyway. But Citizen Sleeper. I don't know much about this game, other than it's like a 12-hour platinum. It's pretty quick. I've heard it compared to Disco Elysium, and I'm kind of excited for it. Well, I'll poke back YouTube when we're in the game. One of 2022's most acclaimed indies, the Game Awards nominated Citizen Sleeper comes to PlayStation. You are a sleeper, a digitized human consciousness in an artificial body owned by a corporation that wants you back. Thrust amongst the unfamiliar and colorful inhabitants of the Eye, you need to build friendships, earn your keep, and navigate the factors of this strange metropolis. You hope to survive to see the next cycle. Complete, expanded. PlayStation version of Citizen Sleeper includes the complete post-launch 3-episode sequence which expands the lore of the game and introduces additional characters and locations to Erland's Eye, an exciting late-game story. Roll the dice, do the work, get paid, survive. Inspired by tabletop role-playing game, Citizen Sleeper uses dice, clocks, and drives. There's a weird space there. To create a player-led experience where you choose your path in a rich and responsive world. Each cycle you use the dice you're dealt to choose what to do with your time. Make or break alliances, uncover truths, and escape your hunters. Survive and ultimately thrive one cycle at a time, and sometimes against the clock. Turn up for your friends. Station plays host to characters from all walks of life trying to eke out an existence among the stars. Salvagers, engineers, hackers, bartenders, street food vendors. Each has history which brought them here. Choose which of them you wish to help, and together you will shape your future. Access their secrets. Eventually, you will learn to use your dice to hack into the station's cloud to access decades of digital data, uncover new areas, and unlock secrets. This is your unique power, and with it you can change your future. Corporate secrets, rogue AIs, and troves of lost data await those willing to dive in the depths of the station's networks. You were made to die. SN ARP. To them, you are just a property, one more asset in a portfolio that stretches across the stars. You're the product of an abusive system and a universe where humanity's expansion is marked by exploitation and extraction. Escape the makers of your decaying body and chart your own path in a richly imagined, deeply relevant sci-fi world that explores ideas of precarity, personhood, and freedom. That went longer than I thought. Alright, as is tradition when we have a PlayStation game come up on these, obviously I have to look at what the trophies are. Obviously. I actually believe that I looked at this before when deciding if I wanted to play it or not. I don't know which version I'm on, but it doesn't matter. Citizen Sleeper. Trophy guide. Any warnings ahead of time? It is a 2 out of 10 difficulty, 1 playthrough, 15 hours, but I believe you have to reload your save. If there's a way to describe this game, it would be a mix of Disco Elysium's tech-based story gameplay with skill checks and the Persona series schedule. In this game, you play a day at a time, or cycle as they call it. Every day you get 5 dice that you can use to complete the actions. That being said, the vast majority of trophies are missable, simply because you complete the game by only talking with one character and ignoring the rest of them. Fortunately, the game doesn't have a manual save, which helps a lot of type of gameplay, so a bad roll of dice can ruin a lot of things. You know, I don't think I'm going to look any further, because I just know that every trophy is missable. So, like, I'm just going to play through the game normally once, and then, I'll look at the trophies after. I do that occasionally, if you can believe it. I don't always try to see. I don't always try to see which or the best way to min-max it. All right, let's roll on in. I'm excited. I have heard good things. I know a couple people who've beaten this game and they enjoyed it. An RPG on this channel? I know. It's unheard of. New game. I'm going to do save slot 1 because I'm not a maniac. Operator. An operator works with drones and high-precision remote machines to perform complex tasks. We got the operator, we got the extractor. We get the machinist as well. We'll just do operator. I don't know what this does, but let's just do it. First thing you become aware of on waking is the disconnect, the delay between thinking and feeling, between wanting to act and acting. Minor, almost imperceptible, but always present. It's at its worst when waking, when yourself has spent many dark hours recalling what it felt like to be real, to be a person, to be in a body that was indisputably yours. Think of that body. Forget that body. We don't need to know about it. You resist nostalgia. It's pointless, especially now. This is the moment to reach out, not curl inwards. This is your moment of escape, even if it feels like immediately like you traded one prison for another, smaller, colder, lifeless. Reach out. You almost laughed, or you would if there was room, or even air to do so. The walls of the container are immediately present, cold, hard, at your back and face, cramping your limbs. You resist the desire to stretch, knowing that the claustrophobia comes next, and retreat a little from your central nervous system. It isn't painful, not like you used to know pain, at least. In emergency mode, pain is a message delivered with efficiency and ease, a reminder that harm is imminent. There is no insistent throb, no trembling nerves, just a warning delivered with the banal quality of a digital notification. Right now, there are thousands of them. Remember the plan. You mostly remember that it wasn't a good plan, but your options were limited, and once you got the itch to get out, by any means possible, it was either the plan or something much worse. It was at least simple. Collapse the shaft, drift away in the chaos, slip into cargo processing, seal yourselves into containers, then just hope the freighter left before you were missed. Some were lost in the shaft. Others never found the meeting point. Only a few made it to the containers. But the freighter, as far as you know, left. Feels like enough. Enough to know that you might no longer be on that grim and heartless rock, even if, in the airless hold of a freighter, you might freeze solid long before you reach any destination. Try to rest. But you are restless. It's been a long time since you left. Surely weeks, maybe months. You are dully aware of damage to your legs, your right arm. You have been reserving energy as much as possible, but your body is still needed to shut down many of its systems to protect you. You spent much of that time asleep, knowing that anything would be impossible to endure. You feel the weight of the impossibility begin to gather. It's time to sleep again, to nudge this false body in inducing delta waves in your emulated mind, once again recoil into a dream where you were once a person. Time passes, the cold creeps further in. You feel something. Warmth, not true warmth, the indication of its presence. Your joints release from their rigor. Sound, too, everywhere, screeching and shimmering so loud that your body ducks your hearing to protect its sensors. Then light, white as the cold, softer and softer, until in a haze of dirty yellow, a figure appears. You are out. Oh my god, it's not just a text game. That's crazy. Ooh. We got a sci-fi ship. Art style, it kind of reminds me of Void Bastards a little bit. It has been a few hours since Dragos pulled you from the container. You sit huddled in a corner of his scrapyard, swaddled in the reflective folds of a mylar blanket. You're slowly coming back to consciousness, back to life, and you stare at the ornate curving element of an improvised heater. You're surrounded by angular, incoherent lumps of ships, some corroded beyond recognition, others still carrying glassy wounds along their edges, where a plasma arc sliced them apart. Trace their shapes with fogged eyes, you hear a voice. So, Sleeper, you all thawed yet? Almost. Never seen one of you come in like this. New frames must have better perseverance than Sub-Zero Vac. Seen more than a few of you frozen solid to hull plates or inside-outer locks in my time. They weren't so lucky. Dragos comes into focus, shrouded in makeshift tech, his headset, his glinting eyes, the mark of a drone operator. On his shoulder, one of the symbolically linked drone perches, its irises locking onto you with an unflinching stare. Oh, so this is the guy. Or person. Last living sleeper that came through this yard was a while ago. It didn't last long. Sure to read his expression beneath his tech, but he seems lost in memory for a moment, or perhaps he's just figuring out what to do with you. Plan to survive. What happened to them? Stay silent. What happened to them? Here's your question. I want to ask what led you to do it. Sell yourself to a corporation. I suppose you know you can't go back. Your old body, that's theirs now, and you are just software. Rogue emulation, illegally possessing corporate property. You're not alone. You remember biometrically signing the forms, the cold floor on your feet as you padded to the sleeper cells. Promise of a life off-world. But as you do, you get to the now familiar sensation that these aren't your memories. These are things you know, but not things you feel. You are no longer that person. You are an offshoot, a copy. When you won't know what you won't know is what's ahead. At least the last one didn't. There's no easy way to put it. That body of yours is falling apart. It's the same for any sleeper who makes it out. S and ARP wants to protect their property, but if they can't keep hold of you, well, then no one can. You remember that too, or at least rumors of it from other sleepers. Planned obsolescence. Built-in dependence on the regularly administered supplements that were part of your routine. Stop taking them and your body begins to shut down, separate from your emulated mind. How long has it been? How long do you have? For now, sleeper, you're one of the lucky ones. Dragos glances up and away towards the Glassy dome of the yard. The eye is the best place you could be right now. The eye. Station, you'll see soon enough. Dragos impatiently shifts his weight. Look, I've got things to be getting on with, he trails off. There's an old freight container I've been using as storage out in the slacks. I haven't been pulling in much valuable scrap these days, so you're welcome to it. Something wells up inside of you. Emotion, fatigue. You shakily get to your feet. Alright, you head on up there. You look like you need some rest, and with that Dragos stalks back into the Rex, his drone's already converging on a rustling hulk. Plasma flashes silhouetting a spindly figure as he returns to work. Welcome to Erlin's Eye. Life on the Eye runs in cycles, during which you can talk to characters, explore areas of the station, and perform actions. At the end of each cycle, you need to head to your current home to rest. Resting will move time forward on the station. Head to the empty container location to rest and end the cycle now. Okay. Well, I don't really have a lot of other options. End cycle. Oh. Wake up curled in the corner of the container. Begin to set. I think you should sleep. I know, I can hear Morgana right now. Wake up curled in the corner of the container and begin slowly assembling the world around you. For all this time, you still find this body, the one you wake in now, strange and disjointed. Its message is readable but somehow wrong. You sit up pulling the mylar blanket close against the cold. Here you are in this ruined station, millions of miles from anyone you know. Are you still in the system? Did any of those make it out? Possible to know. After all this, what matters? Escape, getting answers, or building life? Build a life. You made it. Maybe you did get lucky finding yourself here. Maybe here, on the edge of everything, there's a life for you to build. But before you can build anything, you need to learn to survive. Maybe if you can do that, you can make a life for yourself. Dragos left a few comforts in the container. The mylar blanket, the bedroll you slept on, a canister of water, makeshift electric stove, and some faded sachets of some desiccated powder. You thumb the power stud of the stove and begin to boil the water. Contents of the sachets smell like damp wood. You sprinkle them into liquid. Pungent smell washes over you. Images from your restless sleep come back to you. A ring, like the station, but skeletal and ghostly. A web of threads pulling at your skin. Constellation of bright, polygonal shapes, like angular suns burning into your mind. There's something unpleasantly visceral about these images, and it is long after you finish drinking before they begin to fade. You tidy away the stove as best you can and try to gather enough energy to greet the day. Okay. Oh boy. Condition. Your condition represents the current state of your artificial body. Depletes by one segment each cycle, but you can also be damaged by violence, injury, or lack of food. If your condition bar empties, you will suffer a breakdown. You'll have to figure out how to recover your condition now that you no longer have access to corporate pharmaceuticals that were keeping you alive. Action dice. At the start of the cycle, you roll your action dice. These dice can be used to perform actions on the station. The number of dice rolled is based on your current condition. The worse your condition, the fewer dice you have. Once you have used your dice, you cannot take any further actions and must rest to recover them, ending the current cycle. You also need to eat to survive. This is presented to you by your energy bar. You can refill your energy bar by eating, but first you'll have to find somewhere to get food. Your energy depletes by 2 segments each cycle. If it becomes empty, you'll be starving. When starving, energy loss becomes condition loss, and your condition will also deplete at double rate per cycle. Okay. Leave. Drago's standing in the corridor where you close up when you close up the container. He's still wearing his headset, and in the harsh light of the corridor, he realizes it is implanted. Drone sits on his shoulder, its cachet of sensor eyes rapidly irising. How are you feeling? Alright. Drone chirps. Good to hear. You notice that beneath the operator's rig, his skin is marked by burns and blotches. I know the container isn't much, but it'll keep you safe. So I'm not going to chit-chat too long. You well enough to work? Sure. Alright then, he nods. The yard, it's simple stuff. We hack these old hulls down, sell them off to shipyards and the bright market dealers for cryo. Occasionally pull some tech, something with a bit more value, but most of it, what comes in is scrap. It's hard to find good hands here, but I figure as a sleeper you'll be used to manual labor, and obviously I'll slip you a few chits of commission based on what you turn up. Got it. Joel's feet nervously. Look, I wouldn't usually do this. In my opinion, you'd be best suited to moving on as quick as you can, and sleeper as well. He trails off. Things being the way that they are for me at the yard, he pauses. I need the help. Why? Things are a little tight, that's all. I owe a little cryo to a client here or there. He pauses, thinking of something else to add. Look, just come down to the yard when you're feeling fresher. There's plenty to do. Nods distractedly and turns and walks away, the drone hopping along ahead of him. See you later, he calls back. Looks like it's time to get to work. I mean, what else am I going to do? So I don't have any fucking options. Passage into low end. Dragos' yard, decaying scrapyard, empty container, you're home for now. So we gotta go to the scrapyard. Okay. Actions are the primary way you interact with the world of Citizen Sleeper. To perform an action, select it with the buttons and choose an action dice to assign. Hull dissection. Even the rustiest hull can hide valuable components and materials. Extracting that means cutting carefully and skillfully. Manual salvage. It's going to take some time to sort and cut your way through the towers of the salvage, but you're no stranger to hard labor. Okay. Actions reward you with clock progress, energy condition, or items depending on their outcome. There are 3 types of outcome: positive, neutral, negative. 100% positive, 50% chance positive, 50% chance neutral, 25, 50, 25, 50, 50. Okay. Okay. Actions display information about their type, risk level, and skill, and modifiers that apply to that action. Type, either critical or repeatable. Critical actions can only be performed once. Either safe, risky, or danger. No loss of condition, energy, or cryo if it's safe. Risky, negative outcome means cryo or energy loss. Danger, negative outcome means condition loss. Neutral outcome can be cryo or energy loss. The skill that is this action requires: either engineer, interface, endure, intuit, or engage. Modifier, either -1, 0, +1, +2. This added the action dice when slotted improves. Some actions require +1 to perform. Okay. So I can choose one of these. Hull dissection is risky. Manual salvage is safe. I don't know what the -1 is. Is that where you start at? Let's try a little. Let's try a little of this. Deck called in. Jigger's tied up in something ugly and he misses a payment or two. Things get nasty. Every seller knows they're always just one lucky haul away from the next big payday. Let's do hull dissection and let's use the big boy. 50% positive, 50% neutral. That sounds great. Neutral outcome. Fuck. Tutorial clocks. Actions often progress clocks. Clocks are displayed below the actions that fill them, and they track your actions and how they affect the world. Filling a clock means something good or bad is about to happen. Some clocks, such as the one tracking Drago's debt, are cycle clocks. Clocks tick themselves once each cycle and complete without player input. Any active cycle clocks will be displayed on the icon for that location. Okay. We got plus back in business and plus cry clock. Okay, so we want to fill that clock at the bottom. And then we want to fill the clock at the bottom, and then we also want to try and get stuff, I guess. I'm very confused. Let's go to the manual one. Okay, so I didn't even get to choose. Since the sleeper, you unlock drives. You discover more about yourself and the world. Drives guide you in pursuing specific objectives, depending on which path you wish to take. You can track drives. Any tracked drive will place a yellow marker in its locations that will help you pursue your goal. You drive menu with L1. Okay. Fuck. It's okay. I'll push through. You are now free to explore Erlen's Eye and make a life for yourself here. Try tracking a drive to help you survive. Look for food to keep your energy up and a way to recover your condition. Fill clocks to progress stories and find new opportunities. Remember to end cycle at your home when you are out of dice. Okay. So I think what we do is we get away from Dragos for a second. Because I don't think our dice are good enough to do anything there. I did get some shit dice. Wow, okay, there's a lot available all of a sudden. Okay. Dock C4, Rotunda Wet Dock, Rotunda Old Dock Terminal, Dock B2, Bright Market. And I can't, oh, there we go. Low End Gate. Let's go. I assume that the yellow means I'm going the right place if I try to go to one of these. Let's try and do it. Let's try and go to the Dock C4. Hellion Crossing. Merchants willing to run the gauntlet of the Hellion system are rare, but they do always return eventually. Okay, well, that doesn't seem like anything I can do with that right now. Salvage Sortie. It takes several cycles to reach the starward belt and return, loaded with scrap from the old wrecks. Okay. So that's not it. I think it's the Bright Market we need to go. Okay, ask for directions. Why wander when there are hundreds of people to live and work within the Bright Market? All you need is the courage to approach them. Well, that says danger. The smells, sounds, and buzzing activity of the Bright Market make a dizzying place to wander, but an exciting one too. Local knowledge, bright marker's busiest part. You can find anything and everything here. Okay, well, we have to use one of our better dice here. And just hope. 50% neutral, 50% negative. I actually hate that. Is there anything else I can do instead? I think my dice are too bad to, like, do anything. I don't think I can, like, I think I should just work. Because I don't want to die. So I don't. That's also 50% neutral, 50% negative. Fuck. You can throw them all in the safe one? That's what I was thinking, but, like, even this says there's negative outcomes. Let's try it. Back in business, plus 10 cryo. Okay, so we got the neutral option. But, like, if I try to do this, it's like, it counts as a 1 no matter what. I guess I gotta fucking do it then, huh? Okay. I feel like I'm rolling really lucky, and I don't trust myself to keep doing it. I think I need to find a safer way to put my dice somewhere. You need 60 cryo for this. Cause of trouble, buzz toll. How much cryo do I have? 35. Okay. Let's do Rotunda. Steal dock plans or explore the Rotunda. It's filled with passageways and concourses. Run the better to avoid attracting their attention. Dock watcher gets another Rotunda. Just means keeping your eyes on new arrivals too. Okay. I truly feel like there's nothing I can do because of the dice I got, but I think that we're just gonna fucking send it, dude. Negative outcome, plus 5 cryo. That's actually not that bad. Okay, never mind. We're fine. Alright. I'm out of dice. I gotta go home. Hopefully I get some better dice tomorrow. It's a rough first start. I also hate that I used my really good dice and it didn't give me a positive outcome. This time you don't wake up. Instead, the ghost of the station, the shifting skeletal ring, surrounds you. For a moment you're gone, absent from your own body, stretched out across a colorless colors void. Then the connections begin to establish themselves, threads tugging at the edge of your mind. These threads become vectors of exchange and then extensions as you feel your thoughts slipping away down them, dissolving into the millions of distributed nodes they connect to. You see the station? No. You feel the station, like a web of texture in a smooth black liquid. Even though you have no eyes, no sight, you can see the map of the station. No, not the map of the station, but the map of its connections. It is a looped cloud, spokes and spires that jet out into space. It's an ingrown thing full of obsolete loops and severed pathways. It's a system, a map, and a territory all at once. You notice a tugging feeling, pulling at you insistently as if it were a small child. Somehow it is pulling you in 2 directions at once. You look down. All of a sudden, everything shuts off. You've come back trembling into this unfamiliar body, both yours and not yours, all at once. Find yourself standing in the container, eyes open to the dark steel worlds. You feel a change within you, a shift. You close your eyes for a second, you feel it waiting there. The station's splayed out across your mind, a storm of connected nodes waiting to be explored, and then it is gone. I don't know what all that meant, but... Oh, I'm starving. That's right, I need to eat. I don't think I figured out where to eat. I kind of thought eating would be more obvious. Let's try the shipyard. It's just a shipbuilder. You don't have the connections, but you do have skills. If you can get your shipbuilder to notice them, you might be in. Yard hand. The only way to get to know the ship hand is work here, no tourists here. Haul materials. As a newcomer, you only gain favor by grabbing a load of materials and asking the nearest yard where to take them. Okay. Let's get back. So I need food, which means I think I need to go to the bright market. I think I'm going to try and do the ask directions thing with my, like, super busted dice. 100% positive action? Dude, bet. +3 local knowledge, positive outcome. So I think we're just good, right? Is this... We don't need to ask here at all anymore? Oh, okay. We unlocked some places. We got the ORT exchange. We got the Sabine. We found the doctor. We got the street food vendor. Okay, well, this should probably be where I go first. Emphasis busy, his broad face uplit by the makeshift gas burner in front of him. With precise, delicate movements, he lays thick chunks of marinated fungus into a dented wok. With the other hand, idly tossing a metal bowl of sliced vegetables and some red fleck dressing. The smell is incredible. He looks pretty solid. I like the character design. I like the art style in this too. He watches as he fills a set of orders, heaping the fungus with a bright salad and depositing it in plastic trays. A stack of chits rattles in his apron pocket as customers file past the burner, handing over payment. Let's approach. Showing the queue, it's mostly of off-duty salvagers. Vac suits unzipped and rolled down to expose stained vests, grubby mods, a tease of scars and tattoos. They discuss the best food in the eye, the best drink, comparing notes on the bright market dives. Their words cut through with heavy spacer slang. Eventually, it's your turn. You shuffle to the front. Emphas speaks in a deep, even tone without looking up. First try is free. Thank him. Smell is almost unbearably strong as he cooks, the earthiness of the fungus laced with something so spicy the smoke makes your eyes water. Heat from the burner is like a bonfire and your skin hardens in its glare. I know you sleepers, Emphas says while he cooks, his voice deep but clear, a hard laugh, a lot of stories. Glance up from beneath his cap with piercing eyes. I know. Tell him a story. You can tell him about your journey to the eye, and he nods as he cooks, his eyes never leaving his work. Tell him the confusion, the pain, but also the sense of possibility and its sudden arrival. You tell him of cold and dark, of the container and the endless cycle spent within it. Now seems if you tell him like some dream that you once had but can never forget. I remember trying this, but I'm pretty sure I got overwhelmed and never went back. I could see it, and like I also get it, which is why I was like, I need to force myself through. Like I need to do it. Also, I gotta read Ricardo's message because I can't help but feel like there's a hidden meaning here. I gotta go now. Take care and play any game you want, Nick. Do you think Ricardo wasn't digging Citizen Sleeper? That's crazy. Play any game you want is crazy. It's a crazy sign off. Like, hey, gotta go. Feel free to play any game you want. Tell him the cold, the dark of the container. Right. Tell him that the eye excites you and scares you, and you're unsure where to walk, where to look, what to do. Eventually, you tail off, running out of words. Places a plastic tray of steaming fungus in your hand. Next time we can talk some more. He smiles, but next time you pay. He slams a heavy hand against the button on the burner side and shuts it off. The roar of the flame and its impressive heat fades. Next time, sleeper. He leads you away and begins to oil the walk. Before you turn back to the alley, you notice the geometric patterns of the circular scars across his forearms, each surrounded with a constellation of glinting pin marks. I don't know what that means. You walk away as you take a bite of the rich, spicy, delicately sweet fungus. Your taste sensors light up like a fusion reactor. You'll be back. I ate! Let's go! Fuck yeah, dude. I'm doing it. I'm surviving. Next comes a call from the enforcer at the door. Shuffle towards the flickering hallway, towards the open apartment door. Keep your head down and your shoulders high in the queue, trying not to bring attention to yourself. You were thankful for the tip-off that a doctor was operating out of this place, but now that you're here, you aren't so sure. The gang enforcer in the door, the flickering light strips, gang hab block, they all made the long queue a test of your nerve. Your options are few, and without a supply of stabilizer, this body, your body, will. You suppress a shiver and shuffle forward to the front of the queue. You try to find something to distract yourself. Look at the enforcer. Enforcer's looking down the corridor, and you dare to glance at him. His purpose is unmistakable. He's there to intimidate, to threaten, and if necessary, carry out those threats. His broad shoulders are framed with a metal exoskeleton. A couple of mirror-like implants sit below his eyes like mercury teardrops. Subsidiary sense input or aesthetic markers. You aren't sure. You also aren't familiar with the geometric blade-like tattoo on his arm. You make a note of it. You avert your eyes when he looks back at the queue. A few moments, a figure pushes through the doorway, and you catch his distant voice. So the next one in, Toshiro. The enforcer jerks his head, and you slip inside, passing through a dark entryway and pushing through the plastic sheeting on the far door. The room beyond is bathed in warm light. A floor-to-ceiling transparent panel gives a full view of the bright market's sealed roof and the buzzing traffic above. For a moment, you're transfixed by the motion. Come, sit, calls a sharp voice, and you see a silhouetted figure turned away, replacing the plastic sheeting over the frame of a simple folding bed. Make your way across the room. Figure turns as they do. You see an expression of confusion flash across their features. They open their mouth as if to speak. They blink and then quickly regain their composure. Please sit. Gesture to the bed. Then turn to an open case of tools on the table. You sit. Sabine turns, a compact diagnostic scanner of some kind in their hand. They hold it to their eye. Remain still, please. Their tone is clipped and businesslike. You stare ahead, still dazed in the expression when you first entered. Fear, recognition, sadness, unmistakably etched across their face. How long have you been in the station? They ask. The scanner still at their eye. A few cycles. They nod. It's good you came to me. They set the diagnostic scanner on the table. I'm going to start by assuming you don't know anything. That's good, just really in general. Just anytime I'm here, just assume I don't know anything. And we'll just leave it at that. Take your arm and roll up your sleeve, inspecting your synthetic skin. Your body is dying, they say. They say it without ceremony, without drama, but not without empathy. SNARP doesn't like to see its proprietary technology let loose to prevent bodies like yours, frames as they call them, from being stolen, repurposed, or in your case, escaping. They built in a process of so-called planned obsolescence. Frames decay rapidly when not regularly ingested with stabilizer, one which SNARP remains the sole producer of. They look up. Sound familiar? Yes. Good, that may help. They swap to your other arm, running some thin metal device over your skin. You feel your forearm tremble. Sorry, Sabine says. You're unsure if they meant for the cold touch, the metal, or everything else. Emulations like you, sleepers as most people know you, aren't classified as people in any of the surrogate systems. You have no rights, no status. They focus hard on the inspection of your arm. And SNARP has no reason to release stabilizer into the market. Sabine looks up as if to apologize again, but they stop themselves. I know little of this is of use to you. They turn away, disassembling the metal instrument and cleaning it. Silence fills the room as Sabine works, and then the silence gives way to tension. You stare at the back, willing to say something, anything. Sabine turns to face you. I may be able to help you. They sigh, and you see the darkness in their eyes. They hear the fatigue in their voice. They gesture to the door. Satoshi outside. You nod. He works for my benefactor, Yadigan. They're influential in the low end. They give me this space to work, run the door, and take the profits. Same time, I have to fix up their enforcers, tend to their implants, sew up their wounds. They look away. But Yadigan has connections. Smugglers from the Starwood Belt. Mercenaries working for the corporations on Ember. If they can source the stabilizer, maybe you'll have a better chance. So it's on their slate. Their notes complete. This is dangerous. It'll be expensive, but I think we can do it. Thanks. Sabine walks away to the window. Their face dappled by the shadows passing drones. Let's see if this works first. I'll let you know when I have a lead. You nod and leave. Sabine's still staring out, unmoving. When you reach the lower level of the market, you look back up through the panels on the roof to see if you can see their face, but the room looks dark against the lights of the market. You duck your head and walk off into the crowd. Wait for Sabine to acquire the stabilizer. Okay. Well, I guess I'm going back to work. Oh, these are timing, like how long it's taking for these to get here. That's cool. I gotta help him before that fills up too, I feel like. 25% positive, 50% neutral, 25% negative. I mean, that's 75% positive. I know my odds. What are the 1 in 4 chances that I get a bad result? We gotta live a little, take a little risk in your life. Neutral. Back in business plus 50%. That's fine. That's fine. We take that. That's fine. I'm okay with that. And then we'll do our last one here. Negative plus 5 crypto. That's okay. Hey, you're not real anyway. What's the worst that can happen? That's too real. Alright, I ate and I'm fading. But I think that's the best I can do today. Can I, alright, so first thoughts. We're about halfway through what this video is going to be. It was very front-loaded. There's a lot of text here, but I gotta be real. This is kind of sick. I'm kind of digging it. I like the sci-fi-ness of it. I like the way you can, like, do your time and, like, everything else. It's pretty fun. Again, the skeletal ring on the station fills your mind. It sparkles with glittering lights like the stars reflected in a winter lake. It's clearer, crisper than before. The threads still pull, but you remain in place, flickering in the flow. Between the threads, you see bright shapes, caches of shimmering light beneath transparent crystal forms. You follow the path of a thread across the ring. Through these forms, you leap off into the void. You begin to understand. These are nodes and connections, a map of information, of communication. There are so many layers, so many loops that it seems impossible to parse, but you begin to try. Focus on the nodes. The nodes are glassy, bright, but in all this flow, the only solid and fixed points. You approach one, a pyramid or a triangle. Dimensions are difficult here, and lean close to it. Inside, shifting layers conceal a tangle of threads, a meeting point of exchange. Before you can glimpse any further, the glass clouds and hardens, cutting you off. Threads and nodes, passage and puzzle boxes. One leads to another. There's so much here, so many answers, so many questions. All you need to do is follow the paths and open the boxes. You look out across this ghost landscape of exchange and see an opportunity. But then that insistent tugging again, pulling at you. You look down again and see 2 lines. 2 threads pulling in different directions, as if they were tied around you. Well, examine the first. The first thread leads out, away from the station, into the inky black. Someone out there is tracking you, hunting you, following the thread to you. They are in a ship, and the ship is approaching ever closer with each cycle. Ah, fuck. Second thread leads in, pulling deep into the station. Your gaze follows it, and this time you see something. A sphere shimmering above a strange, angular body. Pulse shoots out from it, passing over you in a torch beam, testing you, tasting you. Open your eyes. Time is short. I'm being tracked. Also, can I get more dice, please? Tutorial, the cloud. Something has changed inside you. You can now access the data cloud of the eye, a network of decaying protocols and data caches. While there, you can use dice and items to access systems and extract data. Be careful. These networks are old and strange. Press triangle to toggle this view on and off. Okay, I'm going to ignore that. Wait for Sabine to acquire... Oh, I can see it's going to take some time to really discover. Well, I guess I can go to the exchange. I've got some cryo. Let's eat first because I'm getting hungry. Emvis doesn't trust people easily. He notices regular customers in his own quiet way. Okay, so we got to eat this every once in a while. Plus energy, plus fungus fan. Nice. Sick, dude. Okay. Sabine's going to take a while, so I think we're just going back to work. I'm sure there are other things I could be examining right now, but I kind of want to make sure that this person who helped me out isn't going to get, like, attacked by the mob or something. Alright, we got some risky plays today. Once again, 1 in 4 chance of getting a negative result, but I gotta try it. Because, like, my time is limited. I gotta take some risks. And my dice are bad. Neutral outcome. That's fine. That's fine. We take those. Again. Okay, I'm so scared. I don't know if I'm going to get a positive or a negative one first, and it leaves me terrified. And then I don't think there's much else for me to do today. Nice. Okay. Wow. I'm like actually going to fill out an event. This is crazy. And I'm going to sleep. It feels like a really quick day, but like... Oh, you know what? Let me check out the market. Hold on. Let's see if this does anything. Play the exchange. Flow of chits and components in the exchange is complex, but a sharp eye and some tight trades can net you a good margin. The Ord exchange is always hungry for new hardware to buy up, break down, and sell off. You're happy to supply it. 1 scrap component. I don't think I have any of those. Do I have any items? I think I just have cryo. So I don't think this works. Okay. Good to know. It felt like a wasted day, but I know it wasn't. So I think the white bar is your food, and that determines how many dice you roll tomorrow, and the yellow bar is your condition. Oh, you know what? I think you're right. So I should probably be full, huh? Because, like, I want 5 dice, because that determines how much I can do. I think that's worth the throwing away 15 credits for a food bar. I think I'm okay with that. That is a very good call out. I think I would have figured it out, but I'm happier to figure it out early. I probably wasted a couple days worth of energy for it. But hey, I'm playing the game new. What do you want from me? Me shadowboxing with an imaginary person who's yelling at me for the way I play. Okay. I really do dig this. I like time sections like this. Like I like gameplay loops like that. You motherfucker, you lied to me. I like time sections like this. I like what's it called? I feel like maybe that gave me better dice though. Unless that was random. As you close up, a voice echoes down the corridor towards you. Sleeper, wait up. Turn. Okay. Fang is coming down the corridor towards you, a wonky grin on his broad face. Hey, glad I caught you. Do I know you? You do now. He puts a hand on your arm. I've seen you around. Just want to chat. Saying that thing, he nods back to the container, shaking his head. Rough. It can be hard to start on the eye. Or to get a start on the eye. He looks down the passage. What was it old Erlen said? The eye opens for us all? Nice idea, but well, not always very practical. He glances back at you. We do our best, but it isn't easy. We pass together into the main walkway. Havenage. We are all one dysfunctional family. Fang puts an arm around you. I'm not part of the security branch, though. Don't worry, I'm with Systems. Systems? Everything the eye runs on. He runs a hand along the passage wall. This place is a ruin, but Systems keeps it spinning somehow. At least we try to. Stops you in the quiet passage. Look, that's not what I'm here to discuss. I saw you around, and well, I know a little about you sleepers. I have a little proposition for you. He glances around, but this is not the place for it. I have an office just across the way. Give me a cycle or two to prepare it, then when you are settled, stop by. Lowers his voice to give you a dark look. In truth, I need you. If what they say is true about you sleepers, well, there's work to be done. Pats you on the back, his voice bright and his dark look suddenly gone. Stay clean, sleeper. He walks off down the passage, raising a hand in farewell. How fucking dare you not min-max everything from the beginning? I know. I'm fucking washed, dude. I am tempted to try and play through here. Okay, well obviously we gotta order fungus. Let's get our energy up. Okay, and then I think we can finish out Drago's thing, which I think I should do before I start doing other stuff. 50% positive, 50% neutral. I've seen this before. What about 25? No, I've seen that too. Let's do it, dude. Let's finish this off. I still got neutral. Can I get a fucking positive outcome, please? God damn it, dude. This sucks. So I don't know what that actually did. Build a ship mine. You've heard talk of a fabricator owned by the Ort Exchange that a few fragments you could build a ship mine core. Gain access to the Ort Fabricator. Okay. Get to know Emphis. Loves two things, stories and food. Maybe supply him with both. You can hear a story. Okay. Repay Dragos. Pulled you out. Help him pay off his debt. Survive. Okay. Let's try and see how we repay Dragos. Oh, I wonder. Hold on. Did this change? Yeah. You arrive into a buzz of activity at the yard. Red blinking lights flash across a vast dark shape suspended below the dome. They flicker across scorched hull plates and vent structures, spilling from holes in the twisted shape. The cutter is huge and has been torn apart in some violent encounter. She's a beauty, isn't she? Drago stands to the side, focused on the hulking ship as it is lowered into the yard. She is. I should thank you. This place was on its last legs when you turned up, and now look at this. The ship descends slowly, its interior visible through multiple hull breaches. You struggled to gather the same enthusiasm as Dragos for this monstrous craft. You can't help but think of what became of its crew. What happened? What do you mean? He glances at you. I managed to convince our salvager friends to give it to me on credit. That's what happened. Credit? May have done well, but we can't afford a down payment on this one. He pats you on the shoulder. Don't worry, we'll make it back once we chop this beauty up. You sigh, but Dragos doesn't seem to notice. Ship creaks like a calving iceberg as it reaches the base of the yard. Dragos is visibly excited. I know I said you shouldn't stick around, but I'm going to need some help with this one. Drones start to crawl over the hulk, their lights illuminating flashes of dented hull. Watching, you wonder if he arrived in a similar fashion, locked inside that container, the wreck of the S&ARP freighter lowered into the yard like a corpse ready to be butchered. Or was the container delivered to Dragos on its own, a womb for your rebirth in this strange station? You shudder. Perhaps if you could learn something about this ship, you might be able to trace the path that led you to this yard. Dragos squeezes your shoulder. After these past cycles, I think we are up for it. What do you think? See the fading name of the ship emblazoned on its side. Winter Light. Let's do it. Claps you in the back. Glad to hear it. Come back in a few and we can make a start. A real beauty, Dragos repeats, perhaps just to himself. You take one last look at the shattered ship as the drones start cutting, and then slip out of the yard, feeling suddenly cold in the empty passage. Paid off! Clear the debt and return a favor from your first friend in the eye. Hey! Look at that. You complete your first drive. Each drive completed unlocks an upgrade point to spend on upgrading your character. Access your character menu with R1. I have stats? Oh, interesting. Hold on. Oh my god, this is so much. Have I had an upgrade point this whole time? Oh no, okay. The ones on the left. Okay. Yeah, the ones on the left cost 1, maybe? I'm not sure. Or maybe they're like upgrades. So like you can get the ones on the right after you get the ones on the left. Predictive reasoning dice actions displayed potential positive and negative outcomes. Thrill Seeker, chance to gain energy after any engage action. Chance to gain random scrap item on engineer actions. That seems pretty good for what I've been doing. Icebreaker. Agent nodes give double data rewards. Use scrap components at home to repair condition. Oh, that could be sick. Hard to kill. Keep 2 dice even when condition is breaking. Instant karma. Reroll all your dice once per cycle. That seems sick. All cryo actions are discounted by 20%. Also pretty good. Dice actions display potential positive and negative outcomes. Oh, I see. So this would tell you like what you get for your dice. Photosynthetic skin, sunbathe, dice action allows energy recovery at home. Hard to kill. Okay. I think I'm going to go with efficient extractor. I feel like that fits what I've been doing the most. Although predictive reasoning seems pretty good too. Now let's do it. How many points do I have? I have 0, okay. So when you finish a story, you get an upgrade point. That seems pretty good. That seems worth doing. What else do we got? Build a ship mind. Okay, so it's one of these. Okay. Or this. Oh, look at, we can see now. You either get plus 19 crypt cryo or plus 11 or minus 11 cryo. I just don't know what to spend with my my free time doing now. I mean, I guess. Can I still? Ooh, okay, hold on. This got upgraded. Drago's nerve. Drago seems increasingly nervous about your presence in the yard. You're not sure he's going to hold his nerve much longer. Wait, what the fuck does that mean? Yard clearance? History or no, the ship is salvage. As Dragos always says, break it down, move on. Winter Light. The wrecked cutter Dragos has brought in salvage as a history to discover if you are curious. Oh, I see. So you can choose to... Okay. You can choose to learn about it, and if you do it this way, you also will gain... you'll also gain some information about the ship. I wonder if that's helpful. Winter Light seems like a shitty ship name, in my opinion, but I also hate winter. I love winter. Okay. I guess we can do the forensic trawl. I wonder what Dragos' nerve thing. I think that might just be like an overtime thing. I don't know what the nick or the nick. That's me. I don't know what the negative actions are here. But I guess this seems like a good one to do. Negative outcome. Plus 1 yard clearance. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. So if it's negative, you're just going to scrap it without learning anything. That's what this is. I actually don't really care about that, to be honest. So you can either get scrap or... Okay. I think I see how this works now. Yeah, I think you just have to complete yard clearance before Drago's nerve ticks out. That seems accurate. I think that might be... He's just going to, like, over time, he's just going to get jittery, is what it sounds like. Is it worth trying something else? I guess I could pay the low-end gate. I don't know if it's, like... a one-time fee or multiple, though, so I'm a little scared of that one. I don't know if there's anything else for me to do. I guess I haven't gone to the shipyard. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this section. Oh, but this takes condition and energy. I see. I mean, it feels like even if I do this, there aren't negative outcomes. I just do yard clearance, which is fine. Like, I'd like to learn about it, but if I can't, you know, whatever. Damn. That's fine. My worry is that we're going to find out that it's something, like, super busted, and if you, like, actually clear it, you're in trouble. I haven't looked at the triangle vision yet, but I should do that at some point. I'm sure it's useful and helpful. I just haven't. Ooh, we got a really good dice. Hunted. Someone out there is tracking you. Oh, this is what that is. It's like I'm like timed before someone's going to come over. What the hell is all this? Feng. Havench systems engineer. We could get to that. Or... we go eat with our best friend. I'm kind of running out of cryo because I think the winter light thing's not paying me anymore. Sleeper, Emphas calls out to you, a booming voice that echoes through the corridor. Tell me a story. Throws a handful of chopped mushrooms into his wok, the fire leaping up to meet the oil. I see you cycle in, cycle out, but we never speak. Tell me a story. What kind? Any kind. He pauses to drizzle something with a plastic bottle into the wok. One of yours, he looks up at you. Nothing stolen. You pause, spice is rich in your nostrils, and you think about the kind of story you'd like to tell Emphas. Look at Emphas the listener and imagine he has heard it all before. Perhaps you'd enjoy a strange story, something with some spice. Tell him about your dreams. All the sleepers you tell Emphas had dreams. Some were simple, memories left over from the emulation process that had become tangled up in their minds and would come out when they slept. It wasn't rare to hear a sleeper in the dorm scream or cry out in the night. But your dreams, those gray, skeletal after-images of systems and structures, of threads and patterns, weren't like the others. They weren't memories or nightmares, they were reflections of reality. Distorted, yes, but somehow true. You learned back then to keep quiet about them, to let them flow through your mind like water. That was until now, until you arrived in this place. Now your dreams colonize your waking life. They slip behind your eyelids every blink. Now you understand they aren't dreams at all, but some process of interfacing, of speaking, of living in another world that flows through this one like smoke through air. You tell him that you do not know if there's a reason for your dreams. Perhaps your reason is because some side effect, or a particular quality of the frame you inhabit. Whatever it is a gift, and you hope to make use of it. Emphas finishes cooking, squints a little at you. Sleeper, he smiles. You are quite the storyteller. Eyes you, and you realize that he's trying to gauge how honest you have been in your story. Passes you the meal he has cooked, and you take it gratefully. As you eat, he talks, a natural exchange. Thank you, Sleeper. He looks around at the emptying market. But my time is done for today, and I do not want to keep you longer, so I will make you a proposal. Gestures to the plastic box of ingredients stacked behind his stall. These are good enough for most, but someone told me a story that made me think a couple of cycles ago. They said across the gap in the greenway, fresh mushrooms grow. Have you heard this? No. Neither had I. But I trust the one who told me. Emphas begins packing up his things. Can you bring me some? I cannot cross the gap, and I worry about leaving my things behind. He smiles. Sure, a storyteller like you could handle the trip. I will prepare them for you, and if you wish to tell it, be the audience for another story. All right, agreed. Good, booms Emphas. Then I will wait for you to bring them. Emphas slides his walk away, straightens up. I'll prepare a recipe, and then, Sleeper, good luck with your foraging. Turn away and walk into the main market. The rich taste of Emphas' food still lingering in your mouth. Stories for food, you think. A trade that seems more than fair. I think I probably just screwed myself out of free food because I was full on energy. That's fine. Oh, this is finally here. I should check out what this is. Oh shit, hold on. The freighter crew are eager to get their payload in the ore exchange. They'll pay a wage to anyone willing to help them. Why does it say plus 15 cryo? I want more than that. Buy some scrap. Most of what comes in from the starboard belt is corroded trash, but sometimes something valuable can be found among the salvage. So you can buy some scrap, but not that much. Offloading scrap. The freighter will stay docked for as many cycles as it takes to offload the haul of scrap into the Havenger yards. This seems like it would be a good time to use my like busted dice, or my like really good dice, because it keeps me out of danger. I remain unconvinced. I do think I should buy some, though. Random scrap, plus scrap allowance, minus 20 cryo. That seems fine. What do we get? Ship mine fragment. Can be reassembled with the right tools and a few more fragments. Oh yeah, didn't the game say I should be looking for those? We're talking fabricator room of the ore exchange to build a ship mine core. Okay. I need to gain access to it first. Is that in this exchange? No. Interesting. What you trying? It's funny they made it 2. Neat. I did know they made it 2. Oh fuck. Is this my like robot brain? I can like see through the code? I don't want to like use up my energy for this though. All right, let's go back to the doctor. First thing you see entering is the glint of Toshira's implants, like a cat's eyes in the dark of the corridor. He nods you in as you arrive at Sabine's door. Entryway is still dark, and you push through the sheeting into the surgery. I have it. Sabine stands with the case open in front of him. A set of vials lined up inside, separated by foam inserts. They pick one up, rotating it in the warm light. I have no idea how you got again. They trail off. We should treat this with caution. It looks authentic, but I have no idea if it really is what it appears to be. I'm the test case. Seems to be the case. Unfortunately, I'm not sure we have another choice. They gesture for you to sit on the bed. Stabilizer works under a simple principle to an immunosuppressant in a transplant operation, in that it stops your body from rejecting the unfamiliar part of itself. In the case of your frame, the unfamiliar part is each of your biosynthetic organ groups, which over time are identified by your body as foreign material and therefore must be eliminated. Well, it's a vial of a would-be stabilizer. However, unlike immunosuppressant, the stabilizer doesn't do this by limiting your entire immune system. Instead, it re-encodes your biosynthetic organs with new protein chains, which act as passcodes within your immune system. The stabilizer refreshes these passcodes, keeping your frame from rejecting all of its own organs. Ah, of course, yeah. That was going to be my guess, actually. Which means the stabilizer should be able to encode any organic or biosynthetic matter to be accepted by your immune system. At least if the stabilizer is genuine. The only way to know for sure is to inject the vial. They begin just readying the syringe. I want to start with a small dose to limit the risk. Okay, let's do it. Cracks the glass neck of the stabilizer vial and uses the syringe to extract a fraction of the liquid. They tap the syringe and you watch as if any sign might emerge from the clear liquid. You barely feel the needle, your frame registering the initial injection but with little response. Sensation begins to spread from the site, a fizzing, trembling wave that disperses through your arm with incredible speed. Your vision goes white, and when it returns, Sabine appears encased in shards of sparkling light, slowly fade in the darkness as you settle back against the bed. Swim in darkness, muffled noises, like an argument heard from underwater, prickling waves of cold. Sit back up, Sabine is sitting in a chair by the window, facing away from you, backlit by the glow of their slate. Awake? Yes. Stabilizer's genuine. They sit down beside the bed. I don't know how Yadigan acquired a case of this stuff, but they did. Sabine looks troubled, distracted. You should rest some more, but you're going to have to do that somewhere else. They gesture to the door. I have other patients. Sorry. Sabine nods toward the case. I'm afraid I can't offer you any more doses. You're going to need to pay for the next dose. Silence fills the room and they return to their glowing slate. Looking around the room, it seems different somehow, as if things have moved or shifted. You wonder how long you've been out. Sabine? Nothing comes free, sleeper. Remember that. Manage to get to your feet and wander out in the hallway. The queue stretches down the flickering corridor. Toshiro stands impatiently by the door and fixes you with a glare as you leave. You lower your eyes as you stumble past, somehow faintly aware of the station spinning beneath you. Yo, my health is up. Let's go. Okay. Neat. Get to know Emphis. What did you want me to do? He wants to make this old recipe. You'll need 3 handfuls of those. Where do I get them, though? He said something about... I don't know where to go to get those. I guess next I should probably check on that very sus engineer that came over to me. Sleeper. Feng catches your attention as you approach the Havinge building, leaning against a bay door to the side of the entrance. You approach. Easy to come in this way. Security, all that. He gives you a look, you know. Slams a button and the bay creaks open, blinking lights in the dark behind it. You follow Feng inside. Truth be told, I don't spend much time upstairs. This is where I work. The door hisses as it closes behind you. The bay is filled with pieces of hardware, all rigged up to generators and diagnostic slates, things you don't recognize that glow with blue screen light. There's a chorus of hums that blends into a single wave of static, filling the dark corners of the room. Feng leans on a server rack and gestures around. You like it? It's incredible. He smiles widely. I thought you'd say that. He taps a nearby server stack, which bleeps in response. This is my treasure trove, all dredged up from the sea of systems we call the Eye. You wouldn't believe what this place runs on. Steps over to a towering block, speckled with vents. Some of these systems are from the original station. AE1. I don't know how to pronounce that. I should know. I don't know how to pronounce the weird AE. The one Solheim built. We've had to invent new components, repair things we never built, reverse engineer entire subsystems into existence. Residents here look up at the Eye and think they are seeing a concrete reality, but this place is a system in constant flux, decaying and growing, collapsing into new configurations. He walks down between the hardware stacks and you follow. You're keeping this place alive, but also remaking it into something new, dragging it away from those corporate origins. He stops. At least that's what I'm trying to do. Turns back to you among the flickering machines, humming all around you. I know you see this too, Sleeper, and these systems, all these systems and sections. You can't you? I can see it. Makes sense, right? You're between here and there, between people and their systems. You light this place up like a beacon. That's what I need. You glance at the lights around you, and as you do, they seem to flicker, to realign, to follow your gaze. Feng notices it too. I'm guessing being a beacon isn't always ideal when you're on the run, though. They are tracking me. Touch you on the shoulder. Maybe I can help with that. There's a lot of old growth in this place. Subsystems I can't see, access protocols lost to time and decay, secrets, a shitload of secrets. With your help, I can unlock this place. Break off those last ghost limbs of corporate control. Lowers his voice below the hum. Even in Havinage, there is old growth. Those whose roots trace back into those bad old days. You help me dredge up the past. Dredge! And I'll see what I can do about that tracker of yours. He winks. What say you, Sleeper? I'm in. Feng pumps his fist and claps you in the shoulder. Meets your eye. You wouldn't regret it, Sleeper. Or you won't regret it, Sleeper. Feng passes you a ragged-looking metal tab. A gift, he smiles. The Solheim cipher. Dug it up from the depths of the station. Slot that into an old network gate, and you'll be able to pull all kinds of secrets from the nodes inside. Pulls you back to the front of the bay. Start by bringing me whatever you can turn up. Use that emulated mind of yours and see what's out there. Let's get a picture of how things are. Those above, he nods at the ceiling. Have granted me an acquisition spire. Buy you for whatever useful data you bring in. I know you need it. I can pay you for whatever. Why did I say buy? I can pay you for whatever useful data you bring in. I know you need it. Slams the door button again. Keep it quiet and keep it clean, sleeper, and I'll see you soon. Step, blinking back in the passage. Those flickering lights still in the back of your mind. I actually do think that the trophy guide was kind of on the mark when they said this game is a little bit Persona-like. I would say with like the time management and like different stories to follow, like kind of aspect of it, it very much is not the same as Persona, but it's like it's got a similar system to how your like daily life in Persona works. Not the dungeon part, not the story part, but kind of like the S-links in a way, and how they give you different stuff for upgrading them. Alright, so what do we... So I don't actively do here. I only deliver data, so I have to do my triangle stuff, my ghost vision, to get stuff for there. Okay. I think, for the moment, I think it would be cool to... Can back my log. Welcome, Ice. I think it would be... Scrap allowance. I'm kind of running out of money. I think I should do this. Oh, that's why it's 50 positive, 50 neutral, because it's -1. So I can get guaranteed positive results if I use this somewhere else. This is the only place where I can't do that. It would be nice, though. Like 15... I think it would be 30 cryo. I just don't know if it's worth it. 30 doesn't seem like that much. What does this do again? Oh, it's the part I gotta make. Okay. It's tough. It's weird because I have like a really good dice, so like I don't want to like waste it, but I don't know where else to fucking put it. I guess this way, so I can like actually get some progress on the Winter Light thing. There's no combat, I'm assuming. It's kind of just a visual novel. I don't really know. I've never played this game. Yeah, it's not. I just know there's no combat or anything, but I mean like the Persona is like half visual novel already. I think a lot of people don't realize that when they play it, and some people be like, no, it's a JRPG. Oh, it's a little more dialogue heavy than most JRPGs, which is saying a lot. Although, I don't know, because I feel like Drago's nerve has quite a few ticks to go down, so I feel like we actually have plenty of time to do this. So maybe I don't need to focus on the Winter Light. Like, he seems like he's safe for now. So maybe I actually just use this dice somewhere else first. That might like benefit me more. I don't know. I keep thinking this freighter is probably good. Eager to get their payload into the ore exchange, and they'll pay a wage to anyone willing to help. Is it just pure money though? I want to like get some stuff. I guess I could use it to buy more scrap. Fuck it, let's do it, dude. I got a neutral action again, dude. Fuck, I keep wasting my big dice. This sucks. 50 neutral, 50 negative. I don't really want negative. It doesn't really tell me what the negative is, though. Let's buy more scrap. No, let's hold on our money for now. I mean, it seems like they're getting ready to leave, but I feel like I should only do that if I don't have to experience the danger. I should use my lower dice on like safer things. So let's do that. Neutral outcome again? Oh my god, dude. Who would have thought? Oh my god, we actually got progress in the Winter Light. Let's go. Okay, cool. I gotta probably do the... I think I have to do the network stuff tomorrow, because I'm getting a little worried about the people tracking me. That seems like it could be a priority. I'm spinning a couple different plates here, but I think I've got it mostly in control. Okay, yeah, so the dice is 100% tied to your health. It's not tied to the food at all. Okay. Well, I think that's a good point to stop. The whole point of Nick's Backlog Challenge is we do it 1 hour a game, I'm fucking invested. This might be one of the better games I've played for Backlog Challenge. And at first I was like, I don't know about this, but I definitely fucking am vibing to it. I don't think I'll record or stream more of it because it's very text heavy, and without looking at my view count right now, I have to imagine it's at like 3. So like, but I really enjoyed it. This was a lot of fun. I think I'll definitely play this off screen. And it seems like a short game. It seems like a pretty easy plat, but this is rad, and it's super cool knowing that there's a second game already too. My coworker has really been pushing me to play this, so he'll be happy to know that I started it. But thank you so much. Hey, if you like the game and you bought it because you watched it, let me know in the comments. I like hearing about that shit. And you should like the video anyway, just for my efforts. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Like the video, comment, subscribe if this is somehow your first video you've ever watched, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.